Hello and welcome to another version of the Business Renovator. Today I wanted to talk about something that we've all gone through, we will continue to go through as long as we're doing something to learn something new. And it's the 4 stages of the learning cycle. Now, when I first came across this, it was introduced to me as a ladder or a set of steps. And there's 4 steps or 4 rungs on a ladder to get up to. And what I found was that that's not necessarily the best model to think about the 4 stages of learning. Because one of the things that happens is once you get up to the top of the plateau, the ladder, whatever that might be, you think you've arrived and there's nothing more to do. Well, life is always evolving. You're either moving towards something or away from something. So you're either living or dying, metaphorically. And what I want to share with you today is the 4 stages of the learning cycle. And by looking at it as a cycle, it's always evolving. It's continuously learning. So let's jump right into it right now. So here we have the learning cycle, and there's 4 quadrants, as you can see there. And we're going to do a deeper dive into them. But the 4 quadrants are unconsciously incompetent, consciously incompetent, consciously competent, and unconsciously competent. So the first one, unconscious incompetence, is we really don't know what we don't know yet. We don't know that we don't know how to do something, and sometimes we do, but this is just one way to distinguish it. So when you end up doing is learning, reading a book, taking a course, having a mentor, getting a coach, some additional information that will assist you in increasing your competencies, because you want to get to a different place. And the different place is becoming consciously competent. So now the next phase of the learning stage is consciously incompetent. This is where you know that you don't know, and you're starting to learn some new skills, you're gaining some new knowledge, and you have a heightened awareness. Now, if you think about whenever you've driven a car or learned how to drive a car, or maybe it was even just a bicycle, at some point in time, you were unconsciously incompetent at the beginning. You didn't know what you didn't know, and you didn't know how to change gears if it were driving a standard, or how to balance yourself on a bicycle. But as you get additional information and experience, what ends up happening is now you become, as I mentioned before, consciously competent, which is the next quadrant we're going to go to, is becoming consciously competent. Now we get more information, if technology would serve me right. Here we go here, conscious competence. Now you've got some information, you've had a bit of practice, you've tried a few things, like if we're going back to the car example, you've learned how to park the car, accelerate in a sensible sort of way, and know how to brake without putting your head through the windshield. Or balancing your bike. You maybe haven't got to the point on your bike where you can actually ride without your hands. You still need to hold on to the bicycle handlebars for now, because it hasn't become second nature. And last but not least is where you get to the place of unconscious competence. Now, this is where it becomes a new habit, second nature, just like you. You don't actually have to think about it. And why I like this model is if you see the 4 quadrants there, the top left is unconscious incompetence. Below that is conscious incompetence. Next to it in the green is conscious competence. And the top bluish colored square is unconscious competence. And if you keep that in mind, as you grow and expand your knowledge, your skill set, and your efficacy, you'll be able to do more things. And you won't be as maybe anxious when you know that there's something new that you don't know how to do it. You just know that there's these 4 stages you're going to get to go through. So these are the 4 cycles of learning. There they are again. It's the learning cycle. I'm Coach Phil. My information is right there. CoachPhil.ca is my website. And if you wanted to reach out and ask me a question around this particular model of learning, shoot me an email at phil@coachphil.ca. Thanks for hanging out here today with me. We look forward to another session of The Renovator.